Back with you again. I'm just gonna give my 2 cents about Harper Nilsson, and she's 9 years old. She's took a stand against the Australian national anthem, but I'll get into the details a bit later before I give this one like after I give this warning. So I just want to say, if you have got any kids in the room, there's gonna be some slight profanity, maybe, but if not, but still, just pause the video, get them out the room. Now that you've unpaused the video, let's get started. So Harper Nielsen, she's 9 years old, and she at her school, and she basically went and took a stand, and she protested against the Australian national anthem. And they asked her, "Why did you do it? Why are you still doing it?" Well, she said, "Well, you have to listen to the lyrics." She explained in the lyrics when they say the song is called "Advance Australia Fair." She said, when you say Advanced Australia Fair, basically in code words that she blew the whistle on, it's Advanced White Australia. And then when it says that, it's so when you say Advanced White Australia, you're basically dismissing the Black Australians, aka the Indigenous Australians, or some call the Aboriginals, the Aborigines. So then she continued, and she said, when it says we are young and free, so guess what? It basically is dismissing, the indigenous people of Australia that have been in Australia and inhabited the land for over 50,000 years, and we are basically erasing their culture. So basically, she called that white supremacy, anti-black racism, and which also including black erasure. You know, which is no surprise. But I say, hey, I gotta give credit to where it's due. I'll post the article about it, like articles about it in the video, so you can read more information. And then now she's getting praise, and she's getting praise from overseas. But now it's gone. So now, of course, the white supremacists that are pissed off, which is very obvious. They they are attacking this little girl, especially even politicians, scumbags like this one, Pauline. That's I said. I'll get to this one later. This one and this one. Tony Abbott goes there and says, "Hey, she needs to mind." Basically, says she needs to mind her manners and stand for the flag and the anthem. Yes, of course, which is not surprising because especially he's like said and done some very questionable things, which is no surprise that he's got white supremacist views, which I'm not surprised about that one. Now, this one says, "Hey, she's disrespecting the flag. She's disrespecting the troops." Where have I heard that before? Isn't that when White Spencer got mad at Colin Kaepernick? Yeah, and even though Colin Kaepernick addressed that his protest was about police brutality, that's that black people are still sadly facing to this day, but yeah, but of course, she's addressing, how the Australian national anthem erases the Indigenous Australians that like they don't even exist at all. Yeah. So now Pauline Hanson, this one right here, this one, which I'm not surprised, this one's leading the charge. Went as far to make a tweet, went as far making a video about attacking this little girl, attacking Harper Nielsen, a 9-year-old, mind you. You a grown woman, and this is what this piece of work had to say. She said that, oh, she's brainwashed. Oh, that the school needs to kick her out. Basically saying the school needs to kick her out, how she's brainwashed, as I said before. And she even went as far to say, I would like to kick her up the backside. Long story short, she basically bluntly saying she wants to kick a little girl's ass. So she went and basically no, not basically no, she threatened a child, threatened physical violence. So you threatened to beat up a 9-year-old girl. And what sickens me is like how the media is trying to downplay what she said. You threatened a child. And also, it looked like she would do that. Especially that evil look on her face. I just see evil. Evil inside and out. You threatened a 9-year-old girl. But mind you, this is the same scumbag that said a few days ago about the racist Serena Williams cartoon saying, hey, people need to fucking lighten up. But then you got a 9-year-old girl that explains why she protested against the Australian national anthem, which basically erases the Black Australians, the Indigenous Australians, our brothers and sisters in Australia. You want to kick out of school. You made videos, and you even threatened physical violence. You want to harm a child. I wouldn't even be surprised she would even want to go as far to even kill this child. That's how evil and demonic she is. Rotten to the core, but you know what? You proved a fucking point. You proved Harper's point. You and you. The rest of y'all. All of you attacking a 9-year-old girl. Oh yeah, because on that when she said what she said, she's calling out scum like you, and the rest of y'all who are attacking her. But I mean, fortunately, she's got people who've got her back, especially the brothers and sisters in Australia are coming to her defense, and people from overseas. And it's gone so viral, even the school that threatened to kick her out by trying to backpedal, saying like, "Hey, we never threatened to kick her out. We're just trying to find some other alternatives." Fuck out of here. So I mean, so basically, she's calling out mistreatment because they've been doing some horrible shit. Even like politicians are going as far to even kick the Indigenous Australians off their land, brothers and sisters. Off the Indigenous Australians that who have been here first before the invaders, the mass murderers, the mass pillagers, the mass rapists came. And what she's calling out, she's like, basically she's calling out to white supremacy, anti-blackness, and then she's saying it's not okay. But the reason why they're angry because they are okay with white supremacy and anti-black racism. These three, especially these three. And now, especially with the indigenous brothers and sisters in Australia, they're still catching up. There's even been many cases of brothers and sisters that are dying in police custody, facing the same hell the brothers here in Black America are facing. Especially with these bloody colonizers. As you can see right here, Greens demand Scott Morrison to tackle high rate of Aboriginal deaths in custody. As you see that picture in the protest, that a sister got killed recently, and then of course you see Stop Black Deaths in police custody. But she's not the first one to protest against the Australian national anthem. I'll post the links. I can't go on long because I only can go for 10 minutes. So people are saying like how talking about how the song basically whitewashed, which is true. So it says people are saying it's not a young country, of course, and then of course there's another article that says find rewrites of Australian human history. So now an opera singer by the name of Deborah Cheetham, if I'm saying it wrong, I am so sorry. A Euro woman was famously declined an invitation to perform the anthem at the Australian Football League and grand final in 2015. So this is the said right here. It said the song does not take into account the generations of indigenous life on this continent. It does not value that, and which she told at BBC. There she is. That's this right here. Then of course there was a professor that said it means one can avoid looking back on the disposition of Aboriginal people. Then I had a boxer, the indigenous protest, and you had a boxer that said right here, his name is Anthony Mundine. If I'm pronouncing his name, I am very sorry. Telling the News Corp Australia that it's a racist anthem and it's disrespectful to our people. So he goes on to say, are people hurt because I didn't stand, or are people hurt because I made a statement as an Aboriginal man and chose to exercise my rights in a free country? He later wrote. He says, never will I sit on my hands or remain silent when it comes to my people. So and of course a lot of brothers and sisters in Australia that are pushing back, on the Australian anthem and this thing called Australia Day. So what should we have, like Black Australians, aka the Indigenous Australians, which are the Black Australians, are calling out why they don't want to celebrate Australia Day. So she opened a conversation that needs to be discussed, and also basically put a spotlight to what is going on. And I'm not going to be surprised that Mark Knight and the Herald Sun will even attack this child. I'm not going to be surprised they'll even make some disgusting cartoon. It's not going to shock me. But I mean, you keep on doing that, you're only just further proving her point. But I will say, Harper Nilsson, hold your head high. And you know it. And just keep fighting. The whole world's got your back. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.